But let's talk about the bird you got. This was a Missouri bird, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's funny. I always tell everyone. We grew up in Northwest Missouri, always dreaming about living in the land of the giants. Of Iowa, and here I am living in Iowa, and I still buy that out of state tag to go back home in Missouri to hunt. But there's a lot to it. There's family down there I go and stay with and see, and so it's part of the camaraderie of the whole package. So yeah, Missouri gobbler. So that was pretty fun.
Awesome, man. How did it all go down? Kind of walk us through it.
Yeah, so actually I started off I had a 2-day hunt, and it was really funny. The first morning I'd went out, and I'd had a lot of success right off the bat. I just felt like I was covered up in toms off the roost. They were just gobbling everywhere, all directions around me. It just felt like one of those just magical mornings, to be honest with you.
Yep.
On there. Only our morning had went by. Hadn't had a whole lot of luck. Around 8 o'clock came through. I ended up having 3 separate hens come through my decoys. I was just using a Jake and a hen decoy. And after the third hen had the second hen had come through, I decided to practice, right, and put my red dot sight up at her. That I got a new red dot sight, and I tried it on there, and I found out that my battery had died out of my red dot sight from me checking it at home in Iowa before I left until when I came back to Missouri. So, but I still had a little bead at the end of my shotgun, and I thought I'd be okay and make it happen. And I just told myself, well, I have to get close, right, before I make it happen. And close he did come. So I actually had a tom come in to about he was less than 10 yards. Red came into the show and actually shot and missed on there. So that was unfortunate.
That dang red dot, man.
I know. I'd never had a red dot before, but I got one and I really liked it. So. But it was on my own fault. But it was a lot of fun. I'd had a great morning, so I wasn't too beat up about it. But the next morning, I actually went right back at it with my brother. Actually, I had my brother with me that morning. And we started at the other end of the property where we'd heard the majority of I had heard the majority of the turkeys before. And, of course, we didn't hear hardly any gobbles at all that morning. We heard, I think, 4 gobbles all morning long, and we only saw some or heard some from the north. So we actually did a kind of little run and gun about 7:30 because we didn't hear anything around us. And I went back to the exact same spot where I had shot and missed the tom from the morning before. And lo and behold, about 8:30, after doing a little bit of calling, I had just a hen decoy out there the second day. I had 2 toms come in, and I was all but sure that me and my brother were going to be able to get a double on there. Him and I have been very fortunate throughout the years to lay on some turkeys, but I don't know that we'd ever got a double. So we had 2 toms come in, and there was one tree in between us and them. And I was not positioned correctly to be able to shoot at these toms. And so I waited until I thought they were behind that tree. Mm-hmm. And once I moved, they must have picked me off because ever since I moved, they were very sketchy. And they hung out about 50 yards or so, never came in. I thought they were going to come in. They just kind of walked on by, heads up. They busted me on there. It was one of my lowest lows. I felt so bad that I'd busted hunt for me and my brother to have an opportunity at getting a double. And then just a short time later, we did just a little bit of calling, and here came another hen, and with her came a big old tom.
Nice.
And yeah, he was it turned up to be kind of the mature tom out of the group because he came in and put on a show and then really shredded around. But the hen had seen the 2 toms, and so she was kind of spooky a little bit, and she walked off, and the tom was trying to follow her and trying to corral her. So he didn't come in as close as I'd like him to, but I was able to take a nice shot at him and drop the turkey down. So it wasn't the double with me and my brother like we were hoping for, but was able to get a nice long beard down. It was a good hunt, that's for sure. It was very entertaining, that's for sure. To see the whole show, out there strutting, drumming around, it was a pretty neat experience.